Welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most incredible jailbreaks in history, the mysterious escape from Alcatraz, where 3 prisoners pulled off the impossible. FBI officers were perplexed when they saw that even if a prisoner was released into the open in Alcatraz, they still couldn't escape. Despite the authorities' tight surveillance, 3 prisoners managed to break out. And the most surprising part was that for the next 10 hours, the authorities had no clue about their escape. This puzzle stumped not just the FBI, but also 3 of its top-level agencies, leading them to invest substantial effort to crack the case. We are talking about one of the most complex breakouts in history, which has remained a mystery for over 60 years. The story revolves around Alcatraz, a small island in the Pacific Ocean which spans only 22 acres but was used to house the most dangerous criminals. Alcatraz is situated on a massive rock surrounded by the ocean and is often referred to as the Rock. The island is naturally isolated with strong winds and high waves always surrounding it. To add extra security, a 15-foot-high fence was built around the island, and the prison was under constant 24/7 monitoring. In 1934, Alcatraz was declared a federal prison, known for its impenetrable security. However, on July 12, 1962, the unthinkable happened. 3 prisoners managed to escape the prison, leaving the authorities in shock. The prisoners involved were John and William Anglin, who were brothers, and Frank Morris, who had a history of on and off stays in prison due to bank robberies. Alan West was familiar with the layout of the prison as he had worked on its maintenance, and in 1960, he discovered a potential loophole that could allow an escape. The plan started to take shape over the next 2 years when these prisoners were shifted to Block B, where their cells were located. They had to be in the same block to work together on the escape. Alan West had previously found a small vent in the wall of his cell that could be used to break out. The escape began on the night of July 12, 1962, when the prisoners used makeshift tools to dig their way out of their cells. They created dummy heads out of soap, plaster, and concrete, which they placed on their beds to fool the guards during the nightly checks. The guards did not notice the deception, and by the time the staff conducted their morning head count, the prisoners were already gone. Investigations revealed that the prisoners had broken through the walls of their cells and escaped through a small hole in the vent. Surprisingly, the damage was not limited to just their cells, but also to Alan West's cell, where he had been unsuccessful in his escape attempt. West had informed the authorities about the escape plan, but he didn't participate in the final escape. The prisoners had meticulously planned their escape. They had stolen spoons from the kitchen to dig through the walls, and they had even fashioned a drill from the motor of a vacuum cleaner. The plan involved creating a passage from the cells to the maintenance area, and from there, a drain pipe that led to the roof of the building. The prisoners then crossed the roof and descended down a 15-foot-high fence to escape into the open ocean. They had also prepared inflatable rafts made from rubber raincoats, which they had collected over time. These rafts were meant to carry them across the water and provide life support if needed. However, despite extensive searches by the FBI and Coast Guard, no trace of the prisoners or their rafts was found. Years passed, and rumors about the whereabouts of the escapees persisted. There were reports from their families who claimed that they were alive and in contact with them. The case remained unsolved for years, and by 1979, the FBI officially closed the case, though the mystery continued to intrigue many. Alcatraz was eventually shut down in 1963, and the island was later designated as a national park. Today, visitors can tour the island and view the very same cells where the Anglin brothers Frank Morris and Alan West were once held. The mystery of their escape remains unsolved, and it is still considered one of the most daring and successful jailbreaks in history. And that's a wrap on today's mystery. What do you think happened to the Alcatraz escapees? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories.